Hello, innovators, and welcome to AI for the People, where we showcase AI in action. And in this deep dive, we're going to be looking at AI in action. And we're not talking about some far-off future stuff either. We're talking about AI changing things right now, like today, February 13, 2025.
It really is amazing to see how quickly things are moving.
Right.
It's incredible.
So we've got news from healthcare, finance, and even quantum computing, all showing how AI is making headlines today. Are you ready to jump in?
Absolutely, let's do it.
Okay, so let's start with healthcare. NVIDIA and GE Healthcare have just announced a partnership to use AI for analyzing medical images.
Wow.
Potentially, diagnoses could be up to 40% faster.
That is incredible. That is a game changer.
Yeah, and what I find really interesting is how it's going to directly impact people's lives. Faster diagnoses could mean faster treatment and less waiting around anxiously for those results.
Absolutely, and hopefully better outcomes overall.
Yeah, exactly.
We often talk about AI in these abstract terms, but this is a real-world example of how it can make a difference in people's lives, a tangible difference.
A tangible difference.
Yeah.
I like that.
And it also highlights the evolving role of technology in healthcare. It's not about replacing doctors,
Right.
but it's about giving them the tools to do their jobs more effectively.
Exactly. So now let's shift gear to finance. Goldman Sachs is using AI to predict market volatility with 30% more accuracy. So for those of us who aren't Wall Street experts,
Sure.
what does market volatility even mean?
That's a great question.
And why should we care?
Volatility basically refers to how much stock prices fluctuate.
Okay,
So high volatility means bigger swings up and down, and that can be risky for investors.
makes sense?
So Goldman Sachs is using AI to predict those swings more accurately so they can make better investment decisions.
So it's like having a crystal ball that gives you a glimpse into the future of the market.
Yeah, you could say that.
That's pretty cool. So AI is predicting the future, at least in the financial world. But what about its impact on the planet? Let's look at manufacturing, where Siemens has just launched an AI system that can cut energy costs by a fifth.
20%.
That's huge.
That's huge. Yeah, and it's a fantastic example of how AI can contribute to sustainability.
Right.
Reducing energy consumption is obviously a major goal in combating climate change, and Siemens is using AI to make industrial processes much more efficient.
And it's not just about saving the environment.
Right.
It's also a smart business move, reducing costs for manufacturers.
Absolutely, it's a win-win.
Yeah. So it seems like AI is hitting all the major sectors today. What else do we have?
Well, let's talk about cybersecurity. Google is enhancing its cloud security services with AI, aiming to reduce the time it takes to respond to threats.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and with cyber attacks becoming increasingly sophisticated, this is a crucial area for AI to step in.
It's almost like having a superpowered security guard constantly monitoring your data,
Yeah.
ready to react to any potential breach in real time.
Yeah, exactly, like a digital guardian.
It's clear that AI is stepping up as a defender in the digital world. But what about its role in surveillance? I mean, there are a lot of ethical concerns around that.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And the Partnership on AI has actually just released ethical guidelines specifically for AI used in surveillance, and they're focusing on transparency and accountability.
So it's about making sure that these systems are used responsibly
Exactly.
and don't infringe on individual privacy.
Exactly. That's the key. And there's also a growing emphasis on something called explainable AI, or XAI, which ensures that we understand how AI systems reach their conclusions.
Oh, so it's not enough for AI to be accurate. We need to know why it's making certain decisions.
Exactly, especially in sensitive areas like surveillance.
That makes a lot of sense. But let's shift gears again and talk about the future. IBM just announced a major breakthrough in quantum AI.
Wow.
What does that even mean?
So quantum computing uses the principles of quantum mechanics to perform incredibly complex calculations. It unlocks a whole new level of computational power.
Okay.
And now imagine combining that power with the learning and problem-solving abilities of AI. That's quantum AI. In a nutshell, IBM is using it to solve these incredibly complex logistical problems, which could revolutionize things like delivery times and costs.
So we're talking about AI that can learn and adapt, not just from data, but from quantum phenomena.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing.
It really is. This is next level stuff.
It is next level.
So it's not just IBM pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Meta has developed a new NLP model that can understand and generate text in over 100 languages.
Wow.
Hold on, I need a quick refresher. What is NLP again?
NLP stands for Natural Language Processing. It's basically AI that can understand and use human language.
Right.
Like you and I are doing right now.
But understanding over 100 languages?
Yeah, that's incredible.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Imagine the potential for breaking down language barriers on a global scale.
It's amazing.
We could see a future where communication and information sharing are more accessible than ever before.
It's a powerful vision of a more connected future, where people can communicate and collaborate regardless of their native language.
This is really exciting. It seems like language barriers could become a thing of the past.
It really does.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's amazing all this progress is happening so fast. It makes you wonder where we'll be in another 5 or 10 years.
I know. It's really mind-boggling to think about the possibility.
It
But
is.
it also raises some important questions. As AI evolves this fast, how do we ensure that its development and deployment are responsible and ethical?
You're right. It's not just about celebrating the cool tech. It's about considering the impact on society we need to be mindful of the ethical implications and make sure that it benefits humanity as a whole.
Absolutely.
So for you, what excites you the most about AI's potential? What areas do you see it making the biggest positive impact?
For me, it's the potential for AI to solve some of humanity's biggest challenges, like climate change, advancing healthcare, bridging communication gaps. Promoting global understanding AI could be a powerful force for good.
I completely agree. It could revolutionize so many aspects of our lives, from the way we work to the way we interact with the world. But we also need to be aware of the potential downsides
For sure.
and ensure that AI is developed and used in a way that benefits everyone, not just a select few.
Yeah, that's a really important point. It's a conversation we need to be having right now as AI becomes more integrated into our lives. Like, we need to address concerns about job displacement, economic inequality, and the potential for misuse.
Yeah.
It's a complex issue with many facets that requires careful consideration and collaboration.
Yeah, it's not just about the technology itself. It's about the choices we make as a society and how we develop and implement it. We have a responsibility to make sure that it's used ethically, transparently, and for the betterment of humanity.
I think that's a great point to emphasize. This isn't just a conversation for scientists or tech experts. This is for everyone. We all have a stake in shaping the future of AI.
Exactly. It's about demystifying AI, understanding its potential and limitations, and having a collective discussion about what it means for our future. The future of AI is not set. It's being shaped right now by the choices we make, the conversations we have, and the actions we take.
We're all in this together.
Yeah, it really is amazing to think that we're not just watching all this happen,
Right.
but we're actually helping to shape how AI develops.
Yeah, we are all part of this unfolding story.
Exactly. So to wrap up our deep dive today, it's clear that AI is already here. It's not just some sci-fi thing.
It's impacting our lives in so many ways.
It really is, from healthcare to finance to the way we talk to each other.
Yeah, and who knows what the future holds? I mean, we're just getting started.
That's what I love about doing these deep dives. We get to explore the latest breakthroughs and really think about what it all means.
It's a really exciting time.
It is.
And we're all on this journey together, from the researchers pushing the boundaries to the people making policies to everyday folks like us using AI in our daily lives.
We all have a role to play, for sure. So as AI keeps advancing at this crazy speed, what are your thoughts on everything we've discussed today? What excites you the most, and what questions do you have?
Yeah, I'm really curious to hear what our listeners think.
We would love to hear from you. So leave us a comment below and let's keep this conversation going. Remember, the future of AI is not set in stone. It's a story we're writing together. So let's work to make sure it's a future that benefits all of humanity.
What's said?
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into AI in action. We'll see you next time.